There is a display of real character that moves me most deeply as a Christian counselor whenever I've been able to walk with somebody in their life and they display this particular character quality. Hi, I'm Bill Faris, and I am a Christian counselor. I want to talk to you today about the character quality of courage. Now, I think for many years, I had a misconception about courage, thinking that courage meant fearlessness. You've overcome your fears, you've overcome your trepidations, you've eliminated your anxieties, and now you courageously move forward, full of self confidence. But I'm not so sure that that's what is really thought of as courage, even when we look at the word itself. The word cor is the French word for heart, and it comes from a Latin root. This idea of courage as heartfulness, as living from the heart, as going forward boldly where your heart takes you, that's courage. Now, your heart can take you some places all left to its own devices that are not necessarily courageous or very profitable or very holy. I'm talking about the kind of heartfelt commitment to the highest good, the greatest good, the highest outcome that I have seen people exemplify in my counseling work and in my counseling walk with people. People making bold, courageous decisions to change their lives in profound ways, to overcome addictions, or to take on a difficult conversation, or to start a new habit or a new approach to things that is at first unfamiliar. Nevertheless, they press through their fears or their anxieties and they courageously move forward again and again and again to reach for more of what God has for them. Now, that to me is some moving, powerful stuff. And I will tell you that there have been many times, my clients will tell you, that I have found myself in tears as a story has come back to me, or as I have witnessed in some form or another, a testimony, a feedback loop of courage that has been displayed in a client's life. I have felt most proud of myself, if I can use that term, when I have been courageous, when I have gone ahead and pressed through my trepidations and taken a bold, heartfelt step towards some higher good, some higher call, some greater outcome, and courageously ventured forth. And I think of this passage here from Joshua chapter 1 and verse 9. It's only one of several times in this chapter that the Lord uses the word courage to speak to Joshua when he says, "Have I not commanded you? Be strong and of a good courage. Don't be afraid. Don't be dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go." That's just one of the times that Joshua in that chapter is being encouraged by the Lord to go heartfully and profoundly forward into his call to take the promised land and bring the Israelites out of the wilderness and into the land of promise. Well, everything that is on the other side of courage, on the other side of an exercise of courage, is a sort of promised land. It's a grasping or an indwelling of one of God's promises or one of God's provisions. And so courageously, we step forward, not restrained by our fears, not paying attention to our anxieties, aware of them, but not letting them have the last word over what happens next. That's courage. And I want to recommend and commend the character quality of courage to you, where you may be finding a call or a challenge or an opportunity to show courage and go with your heart, go with God's heart into what he has for you in a bold and courageous way.